Good morning. Good morning to you. Happy Tuesday. I slept, I'm feeling not as blue. It's a wonderful thing when you get sleep. It helps the mental state. It helps so much. I was dead. I still got up, but good morning from Kentucky. Hello, Lori. Good morning, Susie B. Lady Lux, what's up? Hello in the UK. Are you evening time in the UK? Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm 83 years old. Dan wasn't, yeah, he has his tooth appointment this morning. Hello, GSR. Hello. Dan's gonna go get his tooth done, so I'm gonna need my zoomies to keep an eye out on the kitchen, so I know when Edward's up. I slept better. I think it's impossible to sleep through the night, but it was a better sleep. I woke up about 5:50 because I heard Ed. So, hey Jay, hello from Finland. Oh no, shit, Kim. I don't think, that's not good. Especially if you've got dad. You need sleep, or else you go crazy. So, today is the day of the woman. Today is the day for you. Today is the day we take a moment and reflect about how badass we are. Badass. We are badasses because we take care of the world. And we're sick, doesn't matter. We have disease, doesn't matter. We have ailments. Yeah, the crazy train now. Kim, girl. Fuck, I've been on the crazy train for 2 weeks. It's not fun. And then you crash, and then all you want to do is cry and question your sanity. I yelled at Ed so much, he was driving me insane yesterday. God, that guy. I didn't have the patience. Homemade pasta. Nice. I am woman, hear me roar, 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 roar. I can't roar. Bacterial meningitis. That doesn't put us down. You hear that airplane? That's very rare to hear. So every time we hear that, I feel like I should duck and cover. Duck! Bombs! It's not funny, but it makes me feel that way. You need a video editor? I do my own shit. I don't make enough money to pay anybody to do my shit. Maybe when I become big, I'll have a team to do everything for me. I know, it doesn't, I was like, Duck, run! They're coming! Because Father's Day morning. Because Father's Day morning is when I got a parent's worst nightmare, I bet, is what you meant. Biggest trip is going to be fun to Mexico, yes, in a different way. Hello from Germany. I got to call the Golden Nugget at some point today to get my room right, because it's not right. It's like $100 more if you book it through the hotel and not put in the code. But I couldn't figure how to put the code in, so I don't know. Hello, Samantha, how are ya? What is going on today? So yes, the woman, the day of the woman, the backbone of the family, the conductor of the orchestra, the captain of the ship, the pilot of the airplane. It is our day. You want to buy the shoes, eat the cake, take a day off. The world is your oyster today, because we do not thank ourselves enough in this path on this earth. Sherry, the code did not work for you. You have to call them. I'm gonna call them today. The lion tamer of the circus. I got lions. Sure as hell got lions. Fuck, I got fucking bears up in here. I got bears, but I was hollering more than Grandpa. I just needed to get something done yesterday. Dan was on a walk, right? Wake up call for my son, and he dreamt over hit him. Tabby, that's horrible. Yes, Samantha. Sorry about that, Tabby. Hello, Christine's on a ship. She's sailing. Good morning, Gaj. How are you? Lions, yeah, Grandpa was roaring back. I was screaming louder. We were nose to nose. I had to tell that old fucker to go sit down 20 times. That's right, I said, old fucker, come at me. Did you hear on Danielle's live, 6 minutes and 25 seconds in, she called Edward an old fucker? Yes, I did. We were nose to nose. Nose to nose. Do I like the hard rock? Yeah. Old fucker. Me too, Gotch. Doing well for an old fucker. Yeah. So, the old fucker was battling me. We were nose to nose, cheek to cheek, but we were not dancing in the streets. We were fighting over sitting down. That's right. I was outside. I just needed to finish up one more thing. And you know, he was resetting every 30 seconds. Every 30 seconds. That's right. He came out with his jacket on and I about lost my shit. What the fuck are you doing with the jacket on? It's 90 degrees outside, you old fucker. I just want to take a walk to the mailbox, he says. You ain't walking anywhere with that fucking jacket on your body. It's 90 fucking degrees. Oh, Danielle, calm down. Go sit down. No. He was adamant with that jacket on yesterday. Had it on. He zipped it up tight. He was ready to go. I'm just gonna go walk to the man. You are not walking anywhere, old man. You're not. Go, bye. Love you, God. You ain't walking anywhere, you old fucker. Sit your ass down until I just finish one more for godforsaken thing. Oh, Danielle. Ed, I'm just gonna go. That's when I had to get nose to nose. You ain't going anywhere. My house, my rules. Sit your skinny ass down. All right. All right. And give me that jacket. Took that jacket off, swinging it around, threw it on the floor for dramatics. Sit down. All right. Calm yourself down. You don't tell me to calm down. You calm down. Oh my God, that's so funny, Marianne. You old man. I think I called him an old man. I did. And then what happens? I walk out, I'm like, all right, maybe this time he'll sit, right? I barely made it to my location before he came out and he said, Danielle, I'm gonna go take a walk to the mailbox. God damn it! I fucking stomped my way over to him. I pushed him inside with one finger and I said, get inside. No, I'm telling you, I'm gonna go for a walk to the mailbox. Old man, you ain't going anywhere. Sit down. Let me finish one goddamn thing. You're making it very difficult. Just. Oh, Danielle. Oh. That was my afternoon. And then I redirected him right. I said, get up. You're not going to sit in my room anymore. Because that's how he gets out. So then I put him by the TV in the family room. Sit there. Well, why? I want to go to the mailbox. There's no fucking mail. Sort of gone. You already took it. All right. 10 minutes later, I was like, I can finally finish, right? All of a sudden, I hear Dennis come in. Yo! Grandpa keeps walking outside. I got time for this shit. Oh, I didn't even finish. Yo, God damn it! God damn it! I told you to sit your ass down about 5 times. Oh, Danielle. Shit. That was my afternoon. Yep. Snack out. No smackdown. He did say he wasn't at dinner time, so he put the gate up, and then he didn't get up. And I was able to at least finally, after about 45 minutes of going around in a circle, I was able to calm him down for like whatever. And as he sat down, he was like, well, I'm hungry. And I said, tough beans. I am finishing my one thing I gotta get out for tomorrow's garbage. Let me finish. All right. Yeah. I wish you meant all right. No, he just has his moments, Kiwi. It's right. His moments, mostly are fed off of our moments. So I was already not well, right? And so I was very low tolerance, and I just needed to finish something. Just one thing. That's it. And he was making it and capable of doing it. So once that happened, everything was fine. Dan came home and I said, well, your dad's still alive. You're welcome. That's the reality of no sleep, hormones, and dementia. Right? You don't have the luxuries of the freedoms, right? Of being able just to get that one more thing done. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't, and sometimes it's a battle, right? It's not easy, but I'm being real about it. I'm showing you the true sides of my frustration. Now, the battling was a little embellished, right? But it's still the principle of the battle happens, right? The battle happens. The more you tell him no, the worse he gets, right? Because he's a stubborn man, right? He doesn't like the word no. So I've noticed, hey Richie, what I've noticed is when you tell him no, and he's already kind of in a mood, man, his swing tends to be more swinging. Like yesterday, it was about 45 minutes from the time, something that would have taken me 10 minutes to do, but it took me 45 minutes because I was trying to keep him safe. And I finally did. I said that. I said, he's like, why are you so angry? And I said, because your brain doesn't work right. I'm trying to keep you safe, and you are fighting me on it. That's why. And he says, oh, well, that makes sense. You know, they don't realize that. No, first of all, you can't have a fucking jacket on. Number two, you don't have the independence that you used to. You're 92. Oh, I'm not 92. Okay. I'm lying. Just kidding. You're 22. You know? So in those moments when you're already triggered and irritated, it makes it so much harder to have the patience necessary, especially when he's in a loop, right? So anywho, that was my afternoon yesterday. So finally, we put the gate up. He left Dennis alone. He was also bugging Dennis. Can I help you? Yeah. Can you lift this fucking power tool? Jesus. You know, he doesn't realize he can't do the same shit as he used to. Poor Dennis. You know, and he's polite as can be, but you know it drives him nuts. You know, every 2 seconds. Oh, buddy, wow. Good work there, thank you. Can I help you? No. Well, let me know if I can help. You know, and then he's walking in the space where he shouldn't be, because, you know, I can't put the gate up when Dennis is there. Anyhow. All right, I have to pee really quick. Yeah, fun times as usual. Fun times at the Salinger house, especially, you know, when Dan wasn't there to be like, take your dad! I'm ready to kill him. Those are real feelings, y'all. No fake in there. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Hey, Coco! Coco just left. Coco. Cookie. Come here, Cookie.
I mean, I just can't.
No, I chased the bouquet out there.
Yeah, again, I mean, and you're leaving, and then I just can't.
Hurry up, I'll sit on your treadmill for a minute.
Why? It's not going to help. She's not going to do anything.
Here's the car.
Come on, Coco.
Danielle, the dog's out.
No, don't.
I'm going in. I got the rest of my tooth out this morning. When you go into, it was a chipped tooth, so I had to, the worst part's getting the other side off if it's still glued on, and you might have to get shots and stuff, but I was able to get the other half off with my floss this morning, so I go right in, he cleans it off, makes a temporary, and then has the regular one made, and then ba-boom, it's done. You want your children to be put in a decent nursing home when you get older? That's funny. Love, there are some situations that just don't work. There's no question, or that the caregivers are not in a position to be able to do it. Like 10 years ago, we could not have done this. So it really depends on a lot of things, whether it's possible. I mean, we need to have better. That's why our country needs to get better. The world needs to get better at providing resources or assistance so that people can do it. Even if you're working or whatever, there needs to be some kind of partial help so people can get it done. My dad's doing great. He's sleeping, but I talked to him about a half an hour ago. He was awake. The dog goes in to say hello. He knew who I was. He was they seemed to be very with it. He got a decent sleep, so I think he's doing all right. Trina, dog videos. I love posting dog videos. I try and get the dogs there. She won't come back? I'll get her.
I mean, again, pay attention to what you're doing. Fuck, it pisses me off. Just fucking pisses me off. I don't know how to do this. How does this turn on? How does this turn on? On. My friend bought me this. Yes, he let the dog out again because he sits there and fucking keeps the door open like a idiot. No, of course he did. Because he knows it's called deflection. He's the master fucking, and I don't have the patience for that. It's like I'm doing something. Ugh. Yeah, so my friend sent this to me. So I'm trying it out. Yeah. I'm just tired. It's like I can't continue to do this shit, She's running away from him right now. It's not gonna work. So, and she's following him down the road. That's healthy. Dan. Because he keeps the door open for Blue Kitty. No, this is the shit that drives me nuts. It's like, how many times do you do this a week? And how many times do you fucking fail? Every time. So yes, my pantry, I know. I gave my members on YouTube a little sneak peek into my pantry. Pina, I think you're the one who needs professional help, right? You're coming on to innocent creators' accounts because of your jealousy and your projection, and you are bitching. How do you not see that it's you, honey, that needs help, right? People don't see that. You want to come on being all tough and act big behind your fucking keyboard, but yet you can't even validate or see that it's you. You're the problem. You're the one who goes on to people's accounts, which you watch separately. This is sad to watch. Well, honey, why are you watching? Right? Why are you watching? But thank you for your view. There you have it. I know, right? So it should be done today. It should be done today. Yeah, that's the thing, same thing. I need the help. No, it's the people who want to sit and project their bullshit onto others. Anywho, I don't know where my dog is. I'm gonna beat the shit out of her is what I'm gonna do. Go have a drink. Yeah, pina colada, is that you? You need one. A mega size. Hi, Marion. A little bit of sleep. So anywho, yes, the fucking letting the dog out pisses me off. All because he leaves the fucking door open like an idiot. That's right. I call my husband an idiot because that's an idiot reaction. You know? I call my father-in-law, who I get angry at, an old man sometimes. You better sit down, old man. Yep. Those are the real life behind the scenes reactions to life, to frustration. That's it. Hatches, love you, girl. Get busy. Get up, get moving. Have you been dancing? Are you married and you are alive? I'm married. My husband also does shit. And yes, I'm alive. Yeah, I'm not lying, you know? And the trolls be like, did you hear she called him an old fucker? Yeah, because that's my personality. Doesn't mean I don't really call him out to his face. That's an embellishment. But I do call him an old man. You better sit down, old man. Damned is true. Here's the thing. My husband does the same shit, right? Anyhow. Hi, Sean. My dog could be dead right now, I wouldn't know it. He is an old man. I call Dan an old man too. Does that make me a horrible person? Does that make me a bitch? No, it makes me real. Coco's friendly. I don't know, but she doesn't typically leave the house this long. So I'm a little worried. I call my friend bitches too. What's up, bitch? How's it going? Is that bad? No. It's a term of endearment. Yeah, he wants more younger girl and skinny. Oh, I see you probably took English as a second language. Panos. He wants younger girl. Me need younger girl. Me want skinny girl. Yeah, your mama raised you right. I call him as I see it. Exactly. You're an idiot, don't act like one. You called, did you say my fucking ex, Linda? Oh, you back? You bitch? Call my dog a bitch too. Come on. Let's go. Where's Taxi? Come on. Where's Taxi? Come on. Come on. Come on. Taxi. being such a bad girl right now. She's running away from me. I'm gonna beat her fucking ass. Hi, Virginia. Yeah, thanks, Dan. Thanks. There's a garbage truck running around right now. She's gonna get hit. And she runs away. Good move, buddy. Good move. She's gonna get hit. I mean, she's just running around like an idiot right now. Here's the garbage truck. No, Dan let the door open. Oh, Kevin, get the fuck out of my room. I'm not in the mood for idiots right now when I'm dealing with another idiot mistake. Come on. Come on. Go get some water. Come on. Yeah, girl. Smacked her butt. Smacked her ass. Jerk. Anyhow. Yeah, I'm not in the mood. You know? I don't need more idiot men in my life. I already have enough. Kevin. Anyhow. Hi, James. How are you? Coco's bad. Yeah, she got smacked on the bum. She got smacked on the bum. Yeah, well, it makes me nervous because she's special. She's not all with it. And she's like hopping around outside, you know, like, Mama, come get me. She's just prancing, you know, and there's fucking garbage trucks in here. Oh, good, James. Get fun, have fun. Get wicked. Get dirty. No, it's not Baxter. Coda was following us because she always follows us to the door. And then Dan's like, come on, Blue! Come on, Blue! Hi, Yolanda, how are you? I missed Vicky's comment. Vicky's jealous of all this. You know, this is what women do, right? Their husbands leave messes, and we have to clean up. And in the process, we fuming, right? We fuming, because how many times does it take them to learn a lesson? You know what I mean? One way to eliminate cat pest. What? It was my dog, not the cat. Have you seen the movie? Yes, saw the Notebook. Saw the Notebook. And this is why we women celebrate us. This is why we women need to take care of ourselves. Because the messes we have to clean up. Oh, sorry, got an appointment. Gotta go. Coco got out. Huh? Huh? How come I always say stay, Coco, before I leave? Dan just opens the door. Go ahead, Cokes. Go for a little walk. Y'all have everything. I do? What do I have? Shit, I got everything. I didn't know that. Anyhow. Hey, welcome to my channel. Welcome to the messes that our men clean up. Nope. Do they? Not really. Welcome to the women who clean up their husband's messes. Yep. If you are a woman who cleans up your husband's messes, give me an A. A. You know, all they want is to take, but yet they don't do anything to help, right? They don't do anything to appease us. Nope, they don't. All they worry about is the one head that is not attached to their neck. Yep. Me and Dan. Yeah, right here. So today, I give you permission. Buy the fucking shoes. Buy the fucking bag. Eat whatever you want. And if you want to go to the casino, go to the casino. Show your husband every 100 you are shoving in the slot machine. Ha! How do you like that, buddy? Really got a mouthful. Bye, user. Don't let the fucking screen scratch you on the way out. Anyhow. I'm old and I have OCD. Yeah. You buy the Gucci bag. I can't pay for it, but buy it. Please talk about the way you can be an example. Ted, why don't you worry about yourself, bruh? Right? Worry about how you can be an example to the trolls and not troll. How about that? I can flip it just like the rest of them. Talk about how you can change the course of trolling with not leaving bitchy ass comments. How about that? How about that? How about that? Without men, you couldn't flush your toilet. Oh, spoken like a real man right there. Right there, spoken like a real man. Without me, you couldn't flush your toilet. Well, I have a lot of women mods on there, so good luck, Ja. Good luck, Ja. See how my women hear me roar. Moderators deal with men today. Keep it coming. Let's go. This is fun. They're sitting back laughing. Woo! Bring on the next victim. Thanks for the gift. Anyhow, small knowledge is dangerous. Yes, Ted. I see you have the small knowledge. How don't you get that? Small knowledge is trolling people accounts. Bruh, open your eyes. Look at what you're doing. That is small knowledge. What I'm doing is talking to 500 people. Talking and setting examples of how not to be, Ted. Thank you for providing your written words as an example. Yes, I am woman, hear me roar. Come at me and I will shoot you down. Don't be idiots galore. As I see, we got a lot of them. No. And apparently his dick-a-doo has not come out yet. It has been trying to breach its ugly head for years. So he's a little angry because nobody wants a dick-a-doo. Anywho, yes. Small-minded people love to troll, right? Haters love to troll. People who aren't happy with their lives love to troll. I will not sit back and allow you to be a-hats. I will not. So if you don't want to see my wrath, get the fuck out. Because I will not and will continue not to be quiet to the people who need to have the shit flung back at them. A quarter. Shit. Remember payphones? They used to be a dime, right? When you fling your shit at me, I'm gonna catch it and throw it right back. That's not small-minded. That's actually a big-minded person. Especially men who come on to berate and belittle women. Yes, your wives got great women in there. Could you imagine? I want to tell you something. If I saw my husband, right, getting online, berating women, I mean, how is that not? I mean, that's worse than cheating, right? Maybe the same as cheating. You're going on and you're picking on people you don't know. I'd be like, bruh, you got to go. Red flag. But, you know, did your mama drop you on your head? Hey, Arnold, could you imagine your husband doing that? I mean, it would be so ridiculous. I'd be so upset. I think more than being cheated on. It's like, what kind of person are you, right? I would expect that from a cheater, you know? Without women, you wouldn't be here. That's right. That is right, Coralie. You tell that fucker. Without women, you wouldn't be able to do it, bitch. No, Brenda, I always think that. You know, these men that come on here and are complete assholes, I call them gorilla men, right? They're insecure, especially by a strong woman. Then they like to push their woman around and be in control. That's what I see. And with small penises. You're welcome, Arnold. Hi, Maggie. How are you? Anyhow, I'm just trying to have fun. And people just want to come in and sling shit at me. I love women. I love men. Well, some of them. And I don't really love all women. I said, you gotta be careful. Because some women are not right? Think about all the women that attack me. Do you want a woman like that? What if you found out your woman was on here attacking women? What would you do? Would that be bothersome? You didn't get kicked off, Hedges. I see you. Yes, Darren. And I was taught by a single mom, right? If anybody, you know, like, we make mistakes along the way, right? We are not perfect. We're not perfect in our journey. But at the end of the day, as adults, we've learned, right? We respect what our parents have said. Anyhow, what would you do without men? Do I need a man? And honest, I already got what I needed. I got 3 kids. Why do I need a man, Mary? Tell me. In all honesty, why do I need a man? For what purpose? I'm just saying. I don't need a man to live, right? I can support myself. I do everything a man does, right, in my house. So why would I need a man in my house? I would love to hear. Anybody? Most women are independent women. I've never been one to rely purposefully on a man. I can tell you, my mom said, and this is how my mom raised me. She said, you depend on no one but yourself. You take care of yourself. Bottom line. You need to be self-sufficient, right? You need to be self-sufficient. I don't want you to rely on any man. I want you to be able to walk out the door anytime you need to. Hi, William. How have you been? How have you been, William? I've been here. You haven't. So you tell me, how have you been? Jack, that's one of the best advices that I can tell you my mama always said. I tell my girls the same thing. And both of my girls will be self-sufficient, right? I don't want you to feel obligated to stay in a relationship where you're not happy because you're not independent. Fuck that. I've raised strong, independent women, right? And you need to be able to take care of yourself. Yeah, Peter, I do. I just went up on my roof yesterday. I have some ivy growing out of my gutter. I need to go get the other side. It's been bugging me. I got to replace a screen right over here. I think I have enough screen left, so I'll be doing that. Whenever the plumbing goes dead in my toilets, I replace that. I have a sprinkler that's really flooding over here. I got to get to that too, but fuck, I don't know. Yes, but I'll put this on my link tree so you can find it easier. But is this as far? Is there speeds on here? I just need a thicker, more. So hit the thumbs up. Thank you, Kim. Oh, Dan's at the dentist too. Yeah, okay. Good luck. I hate the fucking dentist. But yeah, no. I don't need a man. I don't need a man. I just want to be happy, right? I've learned to do things by myself so I can be self-sufficient. You know, that's the problem. One day, some of us women lose our men before we get lost, And I've seen helpless women not knowing how to be without their husbands. I don't want to be that way. I don't want to be that way. Oh, I'm sorry, Diane. That's horrible. And, you know, I feel it's so important, especially in my life. I mean, you know, yeah, I could have paid everybody to do this shit, but Dan was really weird, you know, at the beginning. He was like Ed. He hated to pay for things, even making a lot of money. And so I just learned to do things myself because it was easier than hearing him bitch. That was the time he was doing the money. And I didn't spend because I was afraid to spend because he like went over it with an iron fist, and then I didn't want to deal with the bullshit. So I just didn't spend money. A man has needs and so does women. Yeah. And when a man's needs aren't met, it's because the woman's needs aren't met. You hear what I'm saying, Jerry? It's a 50-50 battle, right? Men should understand that. Women aren't that difficult, right? Women aren't that difficult. It's very simple. You want hot dog and bun. I mean, it's very easy to get what you need, but you need to meet us halfway. You need to meet us some way. You can't just sit there and expect, because expectations will give you failures. And expectations are shitty in anybody. So if you don't get the simple things about what women need, Legs Are Closed shop is out of business. Because we know you need that. And I'm not saying it's correct, right? Because you should never, ever, ever restrict your needs because you're mad at somebody, right? But most women who are emotional have a tendency to do that, right? We have a we have a tendency to do that because we're hurt, and most of us want to rely on that because we're emotional. And if we're not feeling an emotional connection, you ain't getting any. Because why am I not? You gotta make an effort. Effort for me. And I'm saying it's not accurate, right? It's not good for me to be like that, but I am. And after 30 years, you should know how to do it. You know what I mean? Let me see. Let me go check on Grandpa real quick. Men are replaceable. So are women. Find your happiness. of the grandpa. I had to take care of grandpa. All right, he's eating. He's got coffee. He's good to go. Thank you for the warning. And thank you for letting me know. I had to change him. I had to get everything up and going. Oh, maybe it's because you help your husband with his dad, and I think you're not happy with that. User, let me enlighten you. He was my stepdad. He was also my stepdad. So now what? 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 Can't use that excuse, right? Can't use that excuse. Maybe it's because of his father. Oh, all right. Well, I grew up with him since I was 5. Now what are you going to say? Huh. Interesting when you can't have that argument anymore. Huh. Anyhow. Hi, Melvin. What's going on? I love when they say that. Plot twist. I was with Ed a lot longer than Dan ever lived with him. Plot twist. Hello from Myrtle Beach. Now what, user? Where you at? Where are you at? Oh, you got nothing else to say? That's what I thought. Hello from Netherlands. Hello from Boston. Today's gonna start getting hot here in the south. Nope, in the nice to eat shredded West Coast. Bonnie, I think you asked when member lives. Typically member lives are whenever I got a moment. So I've done several member lives lately. Not sure if you made them or not. Hello in Ireland. Are you calling me to the Guinness, the pubs? Well, this is the first time I've used this. My friend Muffy sent this to me. So is Dan's dad or your dad? Dan's dad, by blood. My mom married Ed, for newsflash, people. You know, yeah, it wasn't a great relationship, but I made it through 19 in pain, misery, and PTSDs. Anorexia, yep, everything else in between. And now here I am, taking care of the man, so yay me. Grandpa is, oh yeah, in Santa Cruz, that's hot for you guys. So Grandpa is sweet to me now, 100%. Not necessarily as sweet to me back then, but sweet to me now, for the most part. Does Pittsburgh have humidity? We have dry heat here, so our heat's like super dry. Daphne, yes, that's how we met Dan. So technically, Darren, yes, we are stepbrother and stepsister. Woo! Can you believe that? Holy shit. Holy shit. Do we live in the South or what? Shame on us. Life goes full circles, yeah. I think your childhood made you a strong woman. Yes. If anybody had my childhood, you would understand how amazing it was for me to be able to do what I did today. You know. Yes, me too, Goodman. Or show up. You know what I mean? Yeah, life has a funny way of working out. Dan and I fell in love eventually. Obviously, my mom and Ed were married for a long time, and we didn't really start intermingling with the family until Josh was born. So, you know, they didn't really know about us for a while, you know. And eventually, Dan and I fell in love. That's it. How old was I? I don't know. My mom and Ed started dating when I was about 5-ish. Yeah, about 5. I don't remember the year that they married or anything like that. I was probably like 10-ish when they married. No, I couldn't have been 10. I don't know. 8, maybe. I don't know. Something like that. And then my mom had Josh. And then the family kind of reunited the family, brought the family together. What's up, SA? What's up, SA? The coolest thing out of the whole thing is not that Dan and I were stepbrother, stepsister, because it's like we were family, but not, if that makes sense. Like, we didn't grow up together or anything like that. I lived alone with Ed and my mom, and then Josh was born. So that's it. What's cool is that Josh, you know, Josh, we share, the coolest thing in the whole story is we both share Josh. To me, that is like the bonus, right? That is the most interesting part of the whole story. Hey, it's I'm trying to stay cool with this neck fan. That to me is a blessing because, you know, my mom died, and now I have Josh, and I have his beautiful children and his wife in my life, and it makes me feel closer to my madre. My mom, Josh and I are super close. So Josh and I are a lot closer than Dan is with Josh, if that makes sense. You know, Josh is 40. You know, Dan was the baby, so there's 16 years difference between Josh and Dan. So, you know, they really didn't bond. I mean, the family was so excited, you know, when he came in the picture, when Josh came in the picture. At the time, Carrie, Dan's sister, had Aaron. And I think, did Josh come first and then Aaron, I think? So, like, my mom and Carrie were pregnant, like, at the same time, you know? So they grew up together. So really, Aaron and Josh brought the family, expired, last I was reading your thing, really brought the family together. And that's when we started doing, like, family dinners and, you know, so on and so forth. And that's when I started, you know, my eye, you know. Hey there, big boy. You're looking mighty fine. Now, Dan was hot. Woo! Nothing like some teenage hormones to get, yep. He was a walking hormone for me. That's it. A walking hormone. I saw him and man, he made me tingle. He was golden. Yeah, he was like golden. He had this like glow. He he did something. Now, I don't know if y'all know how cute he was. Now, let me tell you, he was hot. And I was young at the time, so he would run away because I think he smelled my smell. Ooh, that smell. Woo! My pheromones were kicking in. That boy gave me. Woo! Yeah, so he avoided me for a long time because I was a horny little thing, you know? He hates when I say stuff like this. I just like to have fun, but no, I was super attracted to him. I thought he was really hot. And, you know, I was young, so he spent plenty of time running. And then finally I just sunk my claws into him. He said, fine, I give up, uncle. I was hot, you know? I mean, I always looked older than I really was, but you have to be privy to that, you know? Because when you got a vixen attacking you, yeah, he wishes I was like that again. He wishes my vixen ways were back, but been there, done that. The game is over. I got him, and now look at him, you know? It's fine. We all have climaxes in our looks and our bodies, but we have memories is what we have. That's what we got. And I'm okay with a good memory. Hey, Slicky. Do I see the six-pack in the tight pecs and the, whew, you know, those thigh muscles and the hair and the, God, he was sexy. I mean, when I think back to those things, It turns me on a little bit. So, no, I search. But I'm not the same either, you know? I mean, I get that. It's fine. We are in different dimension now. We aren't as cute as we were back in the day. That's fine. But we still love each other. God. I was funny because, yeah, God, he was hot. I mean, I remember the feelings. No, he didn't have long hair. He had hair, a little bit. Oh God, he was fun. And he was tiny. Like, Dan was like a $155. He was tiny and fit, you know? Did you ever date women? No, I was never I love women. I have no problem with them. I'll say you're beautiful or not, but I'm not into touching vagina. I don't even like to touch my own. And I've kissed a girl back when I was young in a bar, and that's fun to get attention, but no, never been privy to wanting to caress thy fellow woman. Not my thing. And that's okay. That's okay. And more power to the people who do, you know? Sometimes I think, well, maybe I am. Is that why am I asexual now, or no? And I think about it, and no, I'm good on the vagina front. I like to touch women's boobies sometimes, especially if they just got them done. But it's not sexual, it's just curiosity. But never had a curiosity to touch or taste the down yonder. Wearing his work boots, and yeah, and then they get naked. I was looking at Dan the other day. Yesterday, I was in bed and I was kind of giggling to myself. You know, because he was in his underwear and he's looking for the POT, you know. And I don't know why I spelled that. Anyhow, and I was just giggling, you know, at the bodies, how they change over time. And I was like, God, so funny, because when you think back to like Dan in those years, right? He was so particular about his food. You still have that's okay. You know, here's the thing. Fantasy is necessary for the brain, for the woman. Maybe for men too. I believe, I mean, I can't say that women getting it on don't turn me on, right? But I just don't have the inclination to participate, if that makes sense. And that's okay, right? Hey, Gav. That's okay. But I still like to watch it, right? More than men and women going to Pound Town. Underwear and socks, I don't know, but Bonnie, that's what Dan was in last night. And I was just giggling at, you know, the differences, you know, 30 years later. And what if he would have, back then, would he have thought he would be this way today, you know? I did enjoy my boyfriends and then husband. Charlene. And I'm not worried that I lost my looks. I did. You know, looks are fleeting. You know what I mean? Looks are fleeting. I mean, y'all, we get older. Our beauty fades. But what lies within is the most important thing. And a lot of people don't value what's inside, because that's really ultimately what makes us pretty. We were talking about our fading bodies, the turn-ons of the husbands back in the day when they were popping out of their button fly Levi's 501 blues. Woo! Those button flies. I have some fond memories of those button flies when you were young and tingly, you know, and you couldn't wait to just, you know, that's what the button. Hi, Dr. V. Ooh, the six-pack, the happy trail of hair that went from the belly button down yonder. Remember that? Those were the days. Yeah. The making out, the just lip lock, tongue thrashing fun. Remember that? That was fun shit. You still have mine? Good for you. I'm glad you do that. I mean, I still have mine too, but it's not as fun. You know, I mean, it's not as fun as it used to be. The first year was the funnest. I mean, for me, for Dan, you know, fuck. Oh, thanks, Jacinta. Fond memories. The rolling rink, the roller, oh my God. Not as fun, see? Come on. I mean, it's the button flies. Do you remember I talk about this acid wash. Dan used to have this pair of acid wash 501 blues, button fly, with his Aka Joe rugby shirt. Anybody remember Aka Joe? I've asked this question before. In his polo, the green bottle. Now, the polo, yeah, I tell Dan all the time, well, I wish, incognito, yeah, it's like, I would, you know me. Thanks, Jay. So I'm glad we have those all these women. Give me a fan, honey. I need a fan. It's getting hot in here. Like Nellie said, it's getting hot in her. Dan's my only marriage, Dracar Noir. It's so funny. I spray every day, Dracar, cool blue, is it Dracar? No, Cool Water. What one is that? I sprayed on Dan. I've been watching your video and I found it nice you take care of your stepdad like that. Thank you, Pierre. That was my dad's name. Is your nickname Pete at all? Petey. That's what they used to call my dad. Is it bad? It's been 3 years. 3 years is pretty bad. I mean, I relate to that, Char, so don't take this the wrong way. It's been like 3 weeks for me, and I'm feeling guilty. But it's easy to get lost in that. Yeah, the cool water. So I spray that on Grandpa when he gets out of the shower. Because how skinny I was from. People thought something was wrong with me because how skinny I was from the amazing exercise. Yeah, because exercise doesn't make me skinny. You're over the guilt. You know, and here's the thing. It's hard. It's really hard to find the energy and to muster up it. I believe it. I feel it. Another good one is Geo. I like Geo. 15. Yeah, but are you married, Liz? Are you married? That's the thing is that, you know, when you're married, Shar, are you married? 3 years scares me. I don't want to get there. I am bought by morons. I'm feeling better. I slept a little bit more last night. So, you know, I think I'm not over the guilt 100%, but I wish I had a little bit more understanding, you know? So sometimes I'm just like, fuck that shit. Fuck, I don't have guilt. You know what I mean? Because I just feel like if he knew, you know, if they knew what was going on inside, they could totally understand, you know, what we're dealing with. So I try not to feel guilty anymore, but it does bother me because, you know, husband and wives need intimacy, right? You need it. You're closer. Me too, Bella. I wish I wanted to more. Like this morning, he was up. Morning is the best time, right? Because I have energy. Hey, Marty. So I'm like, let's do it. And so because he hasn't been up in the morning times lately, you know, it's like by the time he's ready, I'm not. And I have to tell you, when he's ferning, it's different. The body parts feel different. It's not a bad thing. They just feel different. I like morning wood better. It feels better. And so and I'm just so tired. Like, I don't want to be touched. I don't want to be laughed. I just don't want to be touched. I just want to be left alone, not laughed at. I want to be left alone because I have been given a day and working my ass off all day. That's the last thing I have in me, right? But I mean, so this morning I was like, let's do it. Let's go. Come on, let's get it up. Let's get it on like Donkey Kong. And I like gyrated my hips and he's just looking at me, laughing at me. And I was like, let's go. And he's like, okay. And Bart's sitting on his lap. Coco was on the bed. Baxter was on the chest. And he was like, it's not going to work, right? I'm like, sure, it'll work. You just have to go with the flow. He's like, Danielle, I can't, you know. It's in my brain and I can't do it with all these eyes and noses coming. So, you know, the obligation too. Men, they have that obligation. It's like, well, I have an obligation for you to help me out. I have an obligation for you to give me emotional support. Yeah, so now what? The expectation. Yeah, I just hate that too. And so I feel guilty about that, but I do. I do. I still feel guilty. You know, I still feel guilty because I know he needs it. I know we need it a little bit just to have that, you know, spark and the pizzazz. But it's hard. Hey, big doggy. So in the house, he has your emotional. Nobody has my emotional support. So what's really interesting is that I rely on my own emotional support, like you guys. You guys are my emotional support. You know what I mean? Ever since you're really, Sadie, that makes me sad. Because what does that make you feel like? It makes you feel like it's you, right? You're the problem, and I don't like that. I don't like that. That makes me sad for you. And, you know, it's not, things happen to us as we age or just diseases and shit like that, and that makes me sad because that makes you feel invaluable, right? Yeah, like shit, because it's like, okay, do you not find me attractive anymore? Now, you know, it does take, I'm sure it was traumatizing for your husband as well, right? I'm sure. But not for nothing. How do you feel? Come on. You know, and he should, as hard as it is, he shouldn't make you feel like you're a piranha, right? A piranha, whatever. So it makes me sad, and I'm sorry. And you should tell him. You should tell him. Call him out on it. You know, do you not love me anymore? Do you have trouble? Is it because, you know, I don't have a leg? Maybe he's afraid to hurt you. You know, maybe he's not talking to you about it because he's worried that, you know, he doesn't want to hurt you. So there could be other things, you know, that maybe it may not be the leg loss, but maybe it's you that he's worried about, and your emotional, you know, distress. So let's give him the benefit of the doubt. When you marry, you should love, exactly. It doesn't matter. I mean, sickness and in health, you know, richer or poorer. I had trouble with the richer to poor shit though, because we went from richer to poorer. And it's been a nookie kind of a morning. Good boy, Marty. I think Marty got some. It's helping, Sandy. It's helping more than, you know, the combination. I have my treadmill fan on and this, and it's been going. He didn't take me up on it. He didn't take me up on it. 48 years? Holy shit. What? Wow, that's a long time. That's a long time. I got a little bit of sleep. I feel much better today. Absolutely. So that's a long time. In years and years. He has prostate cancer. Oh, Kathy. I'm sorry. And you know, and here's the thing, right? Robert, the TikTok commercials. So YouTube plays commercials. Yes, that's how creators make money, is commercials on their TikToks. YouTubes, you're on YouTube. So I'm sorry. And you know, I know the minute, like Kathy, the minute you can't have it, that's when you want it, right? You too, Wise Owl, have a good one. Enjoy your 48 years. Shit, that's a long time. Am I gonna make it 48 years? Is he gonna make it? UTIs, he said it wasn't worth a minute of pleasure. Oh. Well, you know, UTI is a frog tog and it retains cool water. Oh, really? Hold on. The UTIs, I think, is a chemical imbalance. I think that you don't mesh. To me, that's a sign that you aren't with the right person. I'm talking about a commercial with you walking on a treadmill. I have no idea what we're talking about. I can't. I'm 25. Bird, nobody at my age wants a 25-year-old stallion. Let me tell you, we are old, we want to get it over with, and we don't need that type of excitement in our lives. Yeah, he has no interest. Yeah. Bird coming in strong. I'm 25 and I can make your world rock. No. Hell no. We ain't looking for that shit anymore. Bird, we are looking for in and out. quick. We ain't looking for the long marathons like we used to do. Sloppy, stinky, sweaty sex. Nope, not no more. Take your 25-year-old penis and find a young lady. I like to be able to walk afterwards. Could you imagine? You know, you tried a 25-year-old when I was 33. Shit, at 33, you should have ridden that donkey. You should have smacked his ass. You know, here's the thing. In and out. I love that. I want an in and out guy. Dan's not so much. He wants to love making. He's like, I'm your husband. I said, and? In and out is what I need. You get what you get and don't throw a fit. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I think about those, you know, I giggle when I talk to you guys about that, right? And I think, you know, I'm sure I would play around, right? I'm sure at some point I would play around in the playground if Dan was no longer here and I needed, you know, some fun or something. I don't know. I'm sure I would play in the playground for a little bit. And I think to myself, could you imagine, you know, my 50-year-old body being flung around, you know, like we used to do when we were little, you know, little young, you know, legs up to here, you know, it didn't hurt. Now Dan sometimes tries to grab an ankle. I'm like, my hip's too tight. Don't do that. Ay, that hurts. You know, you can't do that shit anymore, right? As we said, I'd rather wash the windows of an cramp. Yeah. All right, are we done yet? This is not fun anymore. It's taking too long, buddy. I can't, you know, I can't imagine being with somebody younger. I mean, there is no stamina left in this old broad. I'm sure I'd get turned on. ATV. Yeah. Oh, not the right side. I got a tight piriformis over there. You know, Dan tried to do some shit with my legs. I'm like, bruh, I am old. Like, I am not a gymnast here anymore. I don't stretch enough. I am rigid. I need to be oiled. My joints don't work. My muscles are tight. Stop acting like I'm young. You're fucking 56. I mean, he tried to grab my leg one day, you know, and put it like right here, you know, as he's going to pound. I'm like, brother, what? It's like down here. He's holding on for dear life. Yeah, it's not working like you want. What movies you been watching? Oh shit. I can't. You know, I can't. And I'm thinking to myself, he was watching something, right? When you coming up and you're trying to grab shit and do things. The other day, like a couple weeks ago, you know, he tries to like, ooh, you know, throw me down. And I'm like, ow! What are you doing? He's like, what? I'm trying to be spontaneous. I'm like, you can't throw me down like that. Now you just threw out my fucking back. He's like, Jesus, I was just trying to have fun. We can't do that shit anymore. What the fuck you watching? Fuck. Damn it, trying to be all spicy and shit, like 50 Shades of Grey, you know, holding me up. I'm like, my back. Damn it. My foot's numb. Oh my God. Yeah, geriatric moves, right. Can you get to the corn that's 50 plus? Do they make that? Do they make 50 corn? I can't. Like, we need to stop looking at the young bucks because this shit ain't and then he's thinking like, you know, I don't know. I'm like, you ain't 19, 20, 22, even 32. Like, settle yourself down. Do you want to get a Crohn's disease and break that fucker to the side? Might be interesting. Try a swing or the cushion. Now, I've heard about the cushion. There is a pillow you get, and it goes for the woman underneath our back or something, and it, like, puts our pelvis up to get the spot, you know? Because sometimes our men
as well. Our spots sometimes hide. There's no black and white. The book says it's here, but yours may be over here, or it may be lower or further back. And if it's further back and, well, certain people can't get to it, you have to position yourself where it's an easily positionable place. Beanbag chair, I don't have that. Oh, now your joints are toast from not being used. Yeah, I can't. It's just fake. I don't even have the energy to even turn it around on him, for the love of Pete. Just for the comfort, yeah. Everyone's spot is different. It is, right? Ask me how my pelvic and hips got so far out. Well, honey, don't you want to know? That's funny. That is funny shit. And that's a personal question. Oh, shit. Yeah. Anyhow, if you make it spicy in your life, good for you. I just do way too much. I got OCD, ACD, FBI, CBC, and PCP. I can't do it all. My mind doesn't work the same anymore. And another dry spell. And I think you get more dry spells when you're older. Candace, do you mind me asking how old you are? Oh, thanks, CJ. I am better. I'm too tired. I do yoga. I have a yoga strap. It still hurts. You down with OPP? Yeah, you know me. No, I'm 43 and he's 50. It happens. Now, at 43, we weren't really, we go, but our dry spells now at our age, I think, in our situation, are going longer than they used to. Hello, Sifiana. Bye, Janet. Love you. Have you ever been to Suriname? No. Dry spell is 7 years. You and your husband? None? No nookie? How does that happen? Is something, I don't know. Thank you, Rowdy. Oh my gosh, that's funny. So we used to do that stuff a lot. We used to, I always say that, I could see it happening. That's the problem. I can see it happening. I can see those dry spells, and all of a sudden 7 years later, you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck happened? 20 years before you left? Holy crap. Bye, Marty. Yeah, I'm not dry yet. I'm not dry. That, not yet. This, yes. This, yes. Down there, no, because I still take estrogen. So, 14 years, no sex, divorced. Yeah, I think, I just can't imagine going that long without some intimacy. There's other intimacy that there's other things you could do for intimacy. To me, it's not always sex, right? 5 years, yeah. So it's not all sex. I find intimacy in other things, right? It doesn't have to be penetration. It doesn't even have to be the touch. It just has to be, enjoying time together, laughing and, sitting outside and him, whatever, just being close together. That's it. Yeah, still in love though. And see, 60, you should be, Bev. I don't expect to be swinging from the rafters at 60, Now, once in a while, if we can get it on, fine. 3 months, yeah. It happens. I can see it. I'm 3 weeks, And really, we've done it a couple times since we've been back to from Mexico. I like romantic evenings. Yeah, you're single, but you get it on. Of course, get it on. I'm not 44, no. I'm 50. I miss a hug. Yes. Those are the things I love, Leon. I'm just like Dan. Yeah, well, and there's a lot of women out there too who are very active, and good for them. Where do they find the time? And where do they find the hormones? I'm bossy. We're all bossy in our own way. Holding hands, I don't miss so much because it's Dan's sweat, but I do miss it. I miss the hugging. And just the closeness of wanting to be with one another, I wouldn't mind watching. Yes, Trina, but Dan hates any of my shit. I like all the I love all the Real Housewives and shit, and he hates that. Little spoon, big spoon. We do that. We do that. But it's too hot. I'm too hot. So when you're menopausal, you just don't want the extra. I just love, like, my idea is like the other night when he came out to smoke the fern, and I was out there reading my book and just, sitting together like that. Sitting together like that was a lot. And that would be so hard for me. I just don't, my mind is so ADHD. It would take me, I'm like, come on, get it up. Dan's like, hello, we can't, it doesn't work like that anymore. You know what I mean? It's been 2, and I'm definitely going to start dating again. I have 2 potential guys. What? Fun. I would be so nervous. Are you nervous? Like, I would be nervous to get naked in front of somebody. It's different. Like, I could prance around naked in front of my husband, and it doesn't bother me. But, like, to be with somebody new, oh my God. Like, I'd be so uncomfortable. You're looking forward to it? Are you ready to get it on? Are you ready? I mean, I like it. I like this. I'm going to start wearing it more. Could you imagine? Like, I would be like, lights off. You can't look at me. I mean, I'm fucking 50, for Christ's sake. Things aren't where they should be. Things don't look like they did. Went to a motel and shampoo, lotion, and play with the complimentary items. Senpi. Sounds like he's known me for a while. Good. That'll be fun. That walk to the bathroom. Can I get a sheet like they do in the movies? No, it's just different. You're in a new relationship. It better be the last one. Too much storytelling. Don't want you to do shit again. I agree. Like, that's the thing. Like, I always believe that if I were to, something happened between Dan and I, or the only thing that's going to happen is death, right? I always think there's just no way I want to deal with another relationship, This is a neck fan. My friend gave it to me for my birthday. And I wish it was a little bit like more, but it works. It works. I'll post it on my link tree. Bye, CJ. Yeah, starting over. I just don't want to inherit somebody else's problems anymore. I deal with my own shit. I don't want somebody else's shit. And I don't want to intermingle monies. You know what I mean? Like, at that point, like, what do you do with money? I don't want anybody to live in my house. Like, I would want my space. Yours is loud and obnoxious. Hi, PS. Yeah, no, I think I would be good on my own, And menopause. Yeah, it happens. Menopause happens early for a lot of us. It sucks. I can tell you menopause right now sucks for me. Mother death today. Daniel is going to have some kind words for emotional well-being. Laura, hang in there. Hang in there. It's sad. It's sad. I cry every day. I can't really give you anything emotional. It's going to be a tough day. It always is. Your body knows when she passes. Your body goes through the pain. It goes through the agony. It goes through the sadness. Let your body do what it needs to do to get through the day. No, I would never intermingle money. Like, I do birth control still. So the HRT, the estrogen levels aren't as high as what I'm taking. You did? Oh, Jessica, I do one a day. You're dating your boyfriend from 35 years, did it go? Wow, that's cool. How's that? It gets better. Menopause. Liz, I hope so. I hope so. It's not because of my divorce. Yeah, Trish, you can't do that. You can't stop living. You can't stop living. I understand that it hurts and it sucks going through a traumatic experience, and depending on who left who and all that shit. And it's just, you waste so much time, And I'm not saying don't take your time, but I can imagine that, divorce is different than death, right? To me. Divorce is like, okay, you may still love the person, but you just aren't growing well together. You've outgrown each other. And that happens. Even in my relationship, you see the ebbs and the flows. Every relationship changes with time, right? We talked about this last night. It ebbs and flows. It doesn't mean you don't love the person. Like, I couldn't imagine my life without Dan. It's not like we want to look for something further and beyond, but I can see there's differences in our relationship. Oh, Sadie, you can't do that. Don't play with that fire. Don't play with that fire. Yeah, unexpected deaths are hard. Every relationship. No, this is Beamer's. This is my emotional support. Yeah, and you grow. I mean, as you age, you change, right? The traumas, the things you deal with, the things that you're faced with. I mean, those things change you as a person. And it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, don't do that. Sadie, that's playing with fire. Definitely playing with fire. Yeah, we can't. You gotta get, if you're with I didn't hear that, but if you're with a cheater, you gotta get the fuck out of that shit. We just hit the 10-year mark and are totally different people than when we met. 100%. And that's 10 years. Gosh, and Dan said that last night. Dan was like, you're different. I kind of gave him a look, but we both are. We both are, My cat's bugging me. So, and that's okay. But some people can grow. Okay, how can I say this right without it sounding so horrible? Because in some ways we grow apart, right? But sometimes there's no roads colliding, right? My relationship's like this. There are roads that collide, right? Which are important. But there are ways in which we've grown apart, right? But we do meet, with kids and memories and life and, whatever else comes and fits those boundaries, right? But some people just don't ever collide. They just continue to grow apart. And so that's when it's time to say goodbye. I'm married at 56. Yes, 19. Yes. My 20-year-old daughter that won't move out and affects us. Nick, that's tough. Heather, my husband cheated on me and is now cheating on her. She has no idea. Oh, but you're not with him, Bella. You're not with him. Yeah. So yeah, me and Dan do this. And we have done this our whole lives. And sometimes our parts are further than they should be. And then we eventually mend back together. 16 and 17. Oh yeah. That's big change. You change a lot in those years. You change a lot. 90 your family videos help. Oh, Stephanie, thank you. So yeah, you change. I mean, you can't help but change, as you grow together. July will be 27 years for us that we've been married. 27 years. I'm my own enemy too. I'm struggling right now. It happens, Robin. It happens. I mean, it happens. Been married for the 5th time. Oh, Jesus. We've been together since 14. Yeah, I mean, I get it, Mama. I've been together with Dan for a long time. So I've been married 27 years, but it doesn't, we were together before that for a long time. So, let's just say 18. So I get it. So yes, I have changed. Yeah. And that's the thing. We kind of live, Dan and I have always kind of lived in parallel universes, where they collide every once in a while. Because, he couldn't do the things that I could do with the kids. He didn't have the patience for that. And so my life was the kids. I lived for the kids, while he took care of what he needed to take care of or watched the kids that couldn't come with us or whatever. And so we've always kind of lived that life that way. So we've never always been, like, it's just complicated. It's weird. Our relationship is weird, but it works, right? Not the same people. Why does society, good thing, because I think in our minds we wish it. I mean, Megan, think back to when we played house, and that has to do with all the fairy tales. that, Linda, I think that's cool. You and your ex are still really close. To the same woman. That's funny, Roger. Yeah, and not to each other. It's hard. It's really hard. And that's what I'm saying. Like, mine and Dan's relationship is very weird, right? Weird in the sense that, most husband and wives, this is really hard to explain. But like I said, he was so confident in my child rearing, right? And if he thought I was fucking up or something, he would intervene and give me his, but he pretty much let me handle the kids, right? Because I was better at it. I had the attention span. I had the patience to deal and to cope and to do all the mom and, kid things where he just couldn't do it. He just didn't have the wherewithal because of his disorders, his autistic tendencies and his ADHD. And so he just kind of let me have that role as parent. I was kind of like both parents in one. You know what I mean? So most relationships don't do that. So lives were completely parallel for a long time, still kind of parallel, but closer together now than they were before. But I did my thing with the kids when he was home or babysitting one of the kids. He did whatever he had to do, all the while struggling with his own shit, right? Which also kept him from wanting to do things because of his issues. So he kind of just let me be that parent. He let me be that parent. And I was never home. I was traveling for soccer. I was doing all this stuff. And we still talked. And, he knew everything going on with the kids. But our relationship works in those ways where most relationships don't work that way. But it works for us. It works for us. And I know it makes really sense. Weird sense. But it works. And not everybody who sees my relationship would be like, yeah, that doesn't work for me. And it doesn't have to, but for some reason it jives for us. I think because we have such a strong foundation, I do things by myself. I don't need him to do things with him. I'm independent. I used to go to functions, parties by myself because he didn't want to go. I would do things by myself. I don't know it any other way. Now when he wants to come with me, I'm like, why? You're coming? Really? So it's has changed majorly. Yeah, it's kind of that way. And he comes and I'm like, oh God, please don't come. Yes. Dan has a lot of autistic tendencies. He's totally ADHD. He drinks. The drinking allows him to be social. If Dan doesn't drink, he's not social. And so that's just the thing. And when he's not drinking, he's when we have people over all the time, and that's the thing, he doesn't like large crowds. He can't deal with large crowds. He doesn't do well. He has to get breaks. He has to go back and forth. If any of you see him in Vegas, you won't see Dan a lot. He's not social. He is not a social human. He needs to stop drinking. Roblox, I drink more than Dan does. Dan has a couple beers a night, so he's not a drinker. I drink. I'm the drinker. Dan practiced law since 1996. So is it codependency? No, I don't. That's not my relationship. I'm not codependent, and he's not codependent on me. Our relationship works the way it works. So I must be very wealthy. No, not. If I was wealthy, there's a lot of things. No, wealth is subjective, right, to everybody. But yeah, no, I knew couples who, yeah. It's not, our relationship isn't broken. Of course, the only thing Dan could complain, yes, bought by Mormons, the Nugget, we're going to stay there. The code is EMMSED. You've got to book online. No, don't book online because it's $100 more. I can't figure out where to put the code is, so I'm going to call them today and fix it. Yeah, he was a criminal attorney, criminal defense, and personal injury. Yeah. So Dan can't, he just can't, he gets overstimulated and he has to, even when his family, even with his family stresses him out. So he goes and he, goes and mellows out. Like he can't. He's only, like I said, if you go to Vegas, you know, you won't see Dan. You might see spurts of him. All you will see is me for the most part. He'll come and check in and then he'll go do his thing. Thanks, Dee. Yes, he does. He does the ferns. I'm going to Vegas. Yes, we're going to Vegas. The 12th through the 15th. Anybody's welcome. We're staying at the Nugget. No, he's not a patient guy. I mean, Dan has a short fuse. We all have short fuses. So that's the thing, is that, you know, is he more patient in certain ways? Yes. He's more patient in certain ways because I just don't have the time to sit and, you know, have lengthy conversations. My questions and my things are very, what you see from my videos are pretty much my interactions with Ed all day because I'm more caring. I'm caring for him, right? Where Dan just doesn't care like I care. He just talks and communicates. Never been in New Orleans, no. EMM-SED, yeah. EMM-SED. So I couldn't find a place where to put it on the, so it's like my bill is like $474, but it should be like $374. So you need to, I'm going to call mine today and say, hey, this is my thing. By virtue of your personality, you have taken over his original post with his dad. No. He has his own page. He does his own shit. We have our own journey with Ed. And to say something like that is very just closed-minded. It works for us. It works for us. Our relationship works for us, right? It works for us. That's it. We're just very independent people who don't rely on one another. We don't need one another to succeed, you know, in a way. Like we do, but we don't. Certain things. It's so weird. It's hard to explain. How long do I run for? The last couple days, it's been about 3 miles, and then I'll walk 1 or 2. So yeah, it works for us, and that's it. Like our relationship doesn't have to be understood by anybody but us, right? Yes, Spot My Mormons. I'm excited. Had you had your 30 seconds today? No, I tried. It didn't work. Semi-new and off topic. What's your fitness history? I was an anorexic, and have fun, Jody, and got through exercise, and then hi Erica, how are you? Everybody's marriage is different, and everybody, yeah, it is what it is, you guys. It works for us. I couldn't, and you know, because of that, I could never have anybody needy, right? Because I'm very independent. I'm very independent. What's my height? 5'7.5". And what's my weight? I haven't stepped on the scale. I'm probably 152. Heavy. All three of mine have been different, yes. And I couldn't deal with somebody who's needy because, I mean, Dan's gotten needier as he's gotten older. He likes more attention. He needs it from me to feel, I don't know, adequate, whatever men need. And I'm just like, get the fuck away from me. Like, you know. Oh, good, Erica. Best 5K. I don't race, so I wouldn't know. I bench, but I do. No, I'm not a fan of jealousy there. Yeah, it's hard, James. It's hard to explain our relationship because it is one of a kind, I think. Hello in Italy. You're slightly related. Yeah, my mom married Dan's dad. Yeah, he's getting needier, and it's really annoying me because it doesn't work for me. We have 3 kids. Yeah. You're welcome, Laura. I know, it's hard, honey. I wish I could give you some insight. I cry like a baby every anniversary. It's been 18 years. And I cry it every day. At least I shed a tear for my mom at least once a day. My husband, but I switch. Yeah, it's so hard. Thanks, Marius. Kern County. Eek. Interdependence through independence. Yeah, well, he put me, he put me in independent. I have really good skin cream. My friend's family just started it. I believe it's called Essence. I have to do a video on it because it's really good stuff. Thank you about my eyebrows. They're tattooed because I've lost eyebrows. Thanks, Kimberly. Hello from Long Island. You guys, here's the thing about religion. I'm not going to respond to anybody who talks about God or religion or anything like that. I don't like it. I tell my moderators to block them or to mute them. I understand some of y'all are religious, but you've got to be respectful of other people who may not be. And I just feel like it's disrespectful to say things like that when you don't know how the other person believes. Just saying. And I'm trying to be respectful, but it just really drives me nuts that people, say stuff like that. And it's like, you don't know what I believe in. You don't know what my religion is. I try not to push my shit on anybody, and I'd like people not to do it to me. Sometimes we're good with Grandpa. How you were able to get over Ed's super hard. Yep, Andrew. And there's days that I suffer with it. There's days that I'm triggered, especially when you're tired. He does a lot of things that trigger me from back in the day. Do we share Josh? Yeah, we share Josh. So okay, it's what families do. Yeah. Yes, I'll do a video because I love it. It's great stuff. And now I don't know how much it is. I don't know anything. Just about an hour. And then I move all day. Like my rings were closed a long time ago yesterday. Everyone has a different, yes. And that's the thing. I just don't like, were my mom and Ed happy? No. I mean, I think it's really weird. Like my mom wasn't. I don't think Ed was not. Like it's really odd to explain their relationship. But I think at the end of her life, she was, because I started having kids. They built a house up here. And life became different and it changed them. They had a general purpose to see the grandkids. So that's it. Walking does help. Yeah. Daily dose of Daniel. Yeah. I don't know why the religion shit has been really just hitting me differently. I just think, respect is respect. And it doesn't bother me that you're religious. Like, that's not it. But don't put your stuff on me. If I'm an atheist or agnostic or I believe in something else, a different religion, and we just, don't believe in the same things, I feel like it's just, it's like, to me, what it is, it makes me feel like you're telling me what to do. Like, the people who come in and say, lose the nose ring, or I feel like it's even though it's not, but to me, it's like, you guys easy on the God things. Easy on the God. I don't believe in it the same way you do. I just don't. Without getting much into that, I don't believe in it. So I don't use God by my side. And just be respectful. If you do it, that's fine. But be respectful of the people that you don't know about that might not view it the same way. Able to get over your Ed. How was I able to get over it? Social media helped a lot. Also, not only did social media help, but my progression into changing who I was and wanting to find more peacefulness within helped. Now, again, I'm not perfect and I'm not devoid of, any triggering moments. I've been with him longer than Dan. Let's think about that, right? So I have triggers, right? I have the angers about the relationship that he had with my mom, which I'm not getting into. I have those things that were very hurtful to me, and and how I valued him or devalued him as an individual was very tough for me to get over. Now, I can't tell you specifically or pinpoint what it is, but it was a conglomeration of looking at myself and really trying to change and let go of a lot of traumas that I had because they're just bogging me down. And in that process, social media really helped me cope better. And I think along with those two things, it really helped me get over it. Now, like I said, there's moments I look at him and I want to punch him in the schnoz, because I'm frustrated with him and I'm thinking to myself, what the hell am I doing this shit, But I do it. Sometimes the best I can is the best it is, So lots of family history, yeah. So, everybody who wants to say, well, it's not her father. Newsflash. I lived with him longer than his own son. Yeah. So now what? Come up with a different fucking dig for me, because it is what it is. Meet Ed before or after we married. Sarah, they were together. Again, I knew I lived with Ed a lot longer than Dan did. So anyhow. Thanks, Christian. All right, you guys, I am going to leave. Gotta go check on Ed. Ooh, it's windy here and all the sawdust is blowing everywhere. I hated myself. Yes, Loretta. I know the feeling. And I had to overcome a lot. Just let's put it that way. I had to overcome a lot. How do you have relations with Dan? It's not that hard to do. It's not that hard to do. If you want relations, you can. You're welcome, guys. It is hot here in Elk Grove. It is going to be hot, yes. So anyhow, I gotta go because my whole house fan is on. I gotta close windows. I gotta finish my arm exercise, and I gotta do all that stuff. So love you guys. Have a great day. Remember, you are important, you are worthy, and you matter, right? And your feelings are just that, yours. You caregivers out there, anybody who's dealing with a sick child, a sick whoever, hang tough. It's a tough journey, right? It just adds to the stress of the day. And your feelings are valid. Don't feel guilty, because at the end of the day, you're doing the best you can. And doing the best you can is good enough. And they would respect you for that, even if they're not in their right minds. So just remember that. It's okay to not be okay some days. I've showed you my non-okay days, and I don't feel bad about them. I tell you when I get triggered. I tell you those things because I own them. It's me, right? It's me. I own them. I'm not afraid to do it. And it gives me a sense of peace and acceptance. So anyhow, don't forget that. I love you guys. Subscriber live, member live on YouTube. I should probably pop in at some point. Don't have times yet, so I apologize. Make sure your notifications are on. My member lives will never be scheduled because my days are so chaotic, and it has to fit within my schedules. Anyhow, love you guys. See you later.